So, hey, yo, what's poppin'? It's Friday night. I got John with me and a whole host of people, but we're down one, so we call up the B team, and he comes in swinging, and that's none other than JD's Comics. What is crack-a-lackin' JD?
Happy 9.6, everybody. How's everybody doing? I feel. Let's see. I'm decorating back with 9.6s right here. All 9.6s. Just for today's date, 9.6 Comic Core show.
Nice. And then we got the host with the most who's making his triumphant. You only come out like on game day.
I only come out for the A shows. That's all I get paid to do now, and I don't even get paid to do that. But anyway, I'm happy it's Friday. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here with John's Comics with Chad's. So love the green screen gimmick scheme, whatever you want to call it. Before we turn it over to Kat, I need to get into this chat. We got, what do you know who's first? We got Chris Barrett in the chat.
Yeah.
First, he says, hey, brothers.
Chris Barrett in the pool.
What is going on, Mr. Barrett, old snapper car himself? And we got Simple Man's Comics in the chat. What is going on? We love us Simple Man's Comics. That guy has an awesome list each and every week. He gets to review a hot and cold list as well. One of the best. If you guys need to know about comic books, definitely check out Simple Man's Comics. We also have... How many slabs did you say this guy had, JD? Like 1,800 slabs. We got the slab dragon.
I just spit on John.
Okay.
By mistake.
We're going to power through that. But we got the Blue Blazer himself. He's lurking it up in the chat. Perry Comics, what is going on, man? And we got Poor Mike in the chat. What is going on, Poor Mike? And instead of the green screen gimmick, we have the actual John's Comics with Kids in the chat. I don't know if he's still a host there or not, but him and Boy Who Had Seven were having a phenomenal show on right before this. So definitely check out Boy Who Had Seven's channel, one of the most fun new shows in the community on Boy Who Had Seven's channel. Absolutely awesome. I highly recommend checking it out. But I also recommend checking out this next set of panels. We got Catherine Figures, a.k.a. Cinema Figures. What's going on, guys?
Hanging out, trying to convince Mark not to eat an entire pizza.
Well, why not?
In one sitting. Heartburn, maybe?
Heartburn?
Just saying.
I'm
it's Friday, though. So, off the rails, hanging out with my comic fam.
Mm-hmm. Look at Mark's shirt. Zoom in on Mark's shirt there.
Look. He's on your shirt.
That's me.
Yeah, it's JD and JD.
Yeah.
And, rest in peace, Paul.
Yeah, sorry, Paul.
Paul's right there.
Okay.
Gone too soon.
Yep.
On some awesome planets.
Yes.
Anyway, why do we mess with the fun green screen thing there? I guess we'll go ahead and get started with picks of the week. And I had a pretty solid week. Read-wise, Buffy started their big crossover called Hellmouth. So Angel and Buffy finally crossing over. The art was pretty not good in this book, but the story, it's been pretty solid. So I look forward to seeing what they do with Hellmouth. I don't know if I'm looking forward to 3 Buffy books a month because of the crossover, but hey, it's going to be October, so we'll see how that works out. Legion of Superheroes Millennium #1. Lots of Rose and Thorn in this for some reason, but nonetheless, you get some cool Jim Lee art. We will see what Bendis can do with the Legion here. We also have, I believe Dustin Wynn does a little bit in there too, so wasn't too bad. Look, I had one more read, but I don't know what I did with it. But my pick of the week, since Drew isn't here, we're going to talk about Doomsday Clock 11. Oh, boy, was this book fun.
Sorry.
Odin.
Doomsday Clock. So,
Let that big dog eat.
Is a phenomenal book. You get to see, you finally, I guess, semi kind of spoilers, you finally get to see the showdown going in to the final issue, which might take place by 2020, I hope. For the love of God, please let it come out soon. You finally get to see Dr. Manhattan stare down with Superman. And not only that, you kind of have this like dual feud going on with Lex Luthor and Ozymandias, so hopefully they'll come to terms in issue 12 as well. But you finally kind of get to see the Doom in the DC universe come to all new heights in this book. So the second half of Doomsday Clock, even though it's taken like a year and a half to come out, has been phenomenal. I've really enjoyed Doomsday Clock
10 months.
every time I get a chance to read
With
it. So,
Mr. McScribbles.
now, don't start. He's not here. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. No, I'm kidding. I love me some Drew. And then 2 cool books I got. Got Saga
This
number
is a
1.
big congratulations right here.
So it has a little bit of a coffee stain right there on her mocha color skin anyway, but we're going to bypass that. But I got this for less than $20, so I'll take that all day. Been looking at this one since week 1, and my store got shorted. Yes.
Keep that book near because we have something to tell you.
Yeah, and let's get that cleaned and pressed and maybe get something done with that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might try some experimentation with this book to see if we can clean her up a little bit.
There's a
then,
couple of people that can do it.
Huge shout out to those guys. They know who they are and their anonymity. They sent me an AOK this week. So I actually did a Tuesday night live stream and showed most of it off. So we don't have time to show everything they sent because they sent so much. But nonetheless, probably like the gem of the collection. They sent me a Green Lantern number 49 signed by the creator of Green Lantern. So huge shout out to those guys. I'm definitely not worthy, but very awesome book. Definitely, I had no idea this was showing up. I just was sleeping in my recliner, and the post lady knocked at the door, and I had no idea what was happening. So thought that was really awesome. So thank you, those guys, and thank you to our local shop broken up a deal on this. So, Kat, what are your picks of the week?
Hi. All right. So, okay, I'll switch it over.
It's a birth, really?
No, it's a birthmark.
Oh,
Mark in the comic. Pay attention.
I
You
wasn't.
walked away. Anywho, so I was trying to get that Legionnaire book, but it was sold out at my shop. So I guess I'm waiting until my Midtown order comes in order to get it. First off, shout out to the book that everyone wants those art germ covers for, but apparently no one wants to read it. And that's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the few people in the community that actually really wanted to read this. So it's a brand new team up story with Harley and Ivy. And
Isn't there
we're
a show coming about it on the DC?
there's a Harley Quinn book.
But she's
It's an animated series.
And
Yeah.
there's an animated series coming with the what's her name?
Kaylee
Kaylee
Cuoco.
Haley Cuoco.
There you
about
go.
the one from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, her.
So this comes directly from Heroes in Crisis.
No.
So when we first tie into it and first are reintroduced to him, Poison Ivy is having an issue with maintaining her form since, being reborn or regrown from that flower from Heroes in Crisis. And that's kind of what Harley's dealing with the entire issue. And then they have a package sent to him by none other than Lex Luthor himself. And it's basically a box of chemically enhanced Miracle Grow or fertilizer of some sort. And it actually kind of helps Poison Ivy. So we're dealing with Harley feeling very unsure of what she can do to help her friend and what she should do, honestly. I mean, it's kind of been a struggle for her. She's going out of her way to do everything she can. And big shout out to the surprise villain we get to see at the very end of this issue. It's the Floronic Man.
Oh,
So they're going to be going up against the Floronic Man in this mini-series. So I'm pretty excited about that. I actually liked it, so,
Nice.
Next, I got the Deceasening. This is Deceased, A Good Day to Die. And, of course, it's the Conjuring horror homage cover. Big props to the fact that Mr. Miracle's dying words were Cher lyrics.
Really?
This book, it's ridiculous, but it's kind of funny, ridiculous. So of course it's continuing on with the whole DC kind of cyber zombie storyline that's currently going on. So Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, Mr. Fantastic, and John Constantine are the bigs of this issue. And I was not expecting the ending out of this issue that we got. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read it. But this series, it's kind of surprising me. I'm still sticking on. I am enjoying it. Yes, there are definitely Cher lyrics in it, which is kind of hilarious. Also, the horror covers are amazing on this. Big shout out to Slabbed Heroes on Instagram and on their website, slabbedheroes.com, because I got the horror homage covers for both It and A Nightmare on Elm Street, both slabbed from him.
Very nice.
Those just came in, and they're in the new set for cinema figures, so I'm pretty excited about that. And the last book I want to show off, I didn't even read this book. I didn't intend on reading this book. I don't collect this title. But my boy Legend was talking about this cover, and it's actually gorgeous. It's even prettier in person.
Does that get your fastball special award of the cover of the week?
Oh my gosh. Anywho, Invisible Woman, if you're not currently reading her book, it's pretty cute. I'm enjoying it. I love this art on this cover, so yeah, I picked it up.
All right. How about JD? Since wait, I gotta introduce him. He's back.
Do you have a pick?
Do I have a pick of the week?
Yeah, do you have a pick?
I got grapes.
Back in action. It's good to be live here tonight on the Comic Horror, man. This is off the rails. Dude, I loved those covers. They had like freaking 5 of them, man. They had the Fantastic Four, they had the Doctor Doom. I had the Willpower. I'm pretty sure I just got the Thing coming on the way, but maybe later down the road, the way of the road, I'll pick up some other ones because that Invisible Woman, man, there's no cover like that, I tell you. Let me tell you real quick. Let me give you my picks of the week. I read the Fantastic Four. Same issue she read. Oh, you haven't read it yet, so I won't give you no spoilers. But it was so damn good. Great issue. It kind of is a new storyline. So it's a great jumping on point, so definitely check it out and see what happens next. Future Foundation was also a pretty good read. Really nice. I love the artwork for that particular book because it screams an old school power pack, so it looks really good. But that wasn't my pick of the week. And my pick of the week didn't actually come out this week. It came out a while back, and I'm talking about the new Green Lantern annual. Man, it was just Grant Morrison, doing his thing, man, thinking like maybe 5% of the United, or 5% of the world population, maybe less, is your boy Grant Morrison, man. He could see things like the Legend. He could see in time, 5 seconds ahead of time, boy. So he had a storyline called the Airwaves, or I don't know, something like this. There were these little electricity guys, and what they were made up, they were made up of radio wave energy, kind of like the energy that Wi-Fi and just radio waves and stuff. So it was really cool. It starts out there in this house, one of the Jordan houses. I think I can't remember the brother's name. One brother of Hal's died, but the other's living with some kiddos and had a lot of nephews over there. And all the adults were passed out, and the kids were awake. And then Hal woke up in the bathtub, and he woke up and he's like looking around. He didn't know what was going on. But these little creatures, they're like little radio wave guys, and there was 3 of them, and they were attacking Earth because one of them, they had a rogue little runaway electrical guy. And it's kind of hard to explain these little creatures, but they're all made out of like radio waves. So in the artwork, it looked kind of like electricity looking and stuff. But anyways, Hal's nephew, Hal Jr., also known as like Airboy or Airwave or something like that. Cool character. He can Airwave is his name. He can like use his fingers and manipulate these same frequencies that these dudes are on. So basically, let me get it to a fast point. everyone has their technology. They have their Wi-Fi. They have their phones. You know, their phones are rammed up their asses because they're looking at them all day. We're on computers all day. The whole world's 5G now, digital reality. Grant Morrison sees this just like the great legend sees it. Grant Morrison, man. Oh, man. Woodard, you're going to love this Green Lantern shit, man. Holy shit. Anyways, it was just awesome. Check it out. I'm not going to tell you any more about it, but it's Green Lantern Annual. And go ahead and read the latest, you know, Morrison and Liam and Sharp, man. They're doing a great job on that book. And Woodard, this reminds me of the same kind of stories that was in the volume 1 Animal Man, where some of the stories are continuity, some are just one-offs, but dude, the one-offs really make you think. And man, just the whole world needs to read more Grant Morrison. That's all I'm saying. Good shit though. That's all from me.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta have those Wile E. Coyote issues, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or the best Animal Man issues there was. Well,
Man.
Ricky said I got that one coming. It's delayed, but I got it coming. So
nice.
Yeah, man, those Green Lanterns, man, the best.
It was this one, right?
That new one starts. I didn't read that one. That was the newest one that came out this week.
I still need to read that one myself.
And the thing is, if you read the last issue, which I didn't, I just kind of skimmed it, but the issue previously, you're getting a lot of lanterns from different Earths. Like there's Hal Jordan of Earth 20, I think was in issue 10. And that issue, I think it's 11 or whatever that came out this week. That's supposed to continue where there's a big storyline of like Green Lanterns across all the multiverse. So something big's happening as far as the lanterns and the DC multiverse goes. So just awesome Grant Morrison. And then after 12 should be the final issue, and then he's going to start this Hal Jordan Black Stars run, which will be its own title. So I'm excited for that, man.
JD, don't fall asleep on me, JD.
I'm fine.
I'm like,
well, before we keep moving on, can I get back into the chat? Because a lot of people joined us. And then we'll get into some more picks of the week. We got Ricky Markstad. He says he got like 4 covers for that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I know my LCS was charging like $15 for those art germ ones. So I definitely
the art germ ones were 10 I think.
Yeah.
10.
We just had Ben Compton join us in the chat. We got Who Dat Comics and Movies. He'll be part of the auction tomorrow, I believe. By the way, 9 tomorrow auction. Be there for that. We'll talk more about that later. We got Vu Hong in the chat.
Vu Hong, man. Good to see Vu.
Run PMC, a Poor Man's Comics, says it's going to be a legendary night, and it sure is because the legend is here. We got Mr. Gone Too Soon, Comics Explaining what's going on, Jason. Speaking of Jason, we got Mr. Media Mailman himself, Jason Smith. What is going on, Jason Smith?
20.
We had Jesse from JLS Comics. And that guy's channel keeps growing huge. So congratulations, success of the JLS Comics. He has
really
some
good
content, so check him out. If you ever want, like he had a cool series recently where he's kind of going over all the G.I. Joe characters and describing their origins in like both the cartoon and the comics. So it was extremely fascinating.
The comics are so much better than people ever gave him credit.
Yeah, oh yeah. We have Kakarot in the channel, Virgil himself. What is going on? And I believe I haven't seen this guy for a while. We had Silver Age Dave.
Hey, nice, man. What's up, Dave?
I love me some Silver Age Dave. That guy is awesome.
I love that shirt you're wearing, Carson. Where can we find those shirts?
So I believe, if I heard right, I think these things are on sale again. TeeRepublic.com/Comicore for all your T-shirt needs. Legendly the softest
Legend, you got to check out Mark's shirt. I'm gonna blow him up.
Oh yeah, the Bob Ross JD.
We got 2 members of the core on his shirt.
The Midwest Ross paint.
That is an awesome shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That's an awesome shirt.
What are you gonna do? So, all right.
JD, what did you get?
Oh, I definitely want to get into that real quick. Definitely got that Star Wars: The Fallen Jedi one is on the way. If you don't know, if you order from Midtown Comics, the comics will be delayed. At least, so
it's because they're at war with the Postal Service.
Yeah, when I got that email,
I've talked about the epic struggle on my channel.
I was gonna bring that. I didn't want to start subject, but that's what I'm waiting on. However, I chose alternates today. I'm buying doubles of everything now because since I can't trust them and I really need this book, King Thor comes out next week, everybody. Jason Aaron's final Thor run.
Nice.
Marvel also kind of gave a little teaser that something's going to happen in December 29th. Did you all see that? A murder.
Murder
gonna
mystery.
happen in Marvel Universe.
Little Cyclops again.
I hope it's somebody like it's not going to be an X-Men. I definitely their Powers of X is doing too well. And my big shout out is going to be to Drew Manchu, who's usually here. But my big thing about Drew Manchu is if you are not watching Drew's reviews, you are missing out. And I'm flat out saying it. It is my opinion the best show on YouTube, the best breakdown. If for 15 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, it doesn't matter. If you sit on the toilet and you're dropping a deuce, put the headphones in, listen to Drew. That's what it's going to do.
Absolutely.
Listen to Drew. It is so informative. I had a guy at my LCS. I talked to him about this disaster with Midtown Comics because he was getting screwed on stuff too, but he's getting screwed because of the whole problem we have here with the Missouri freaking comic world being taken all. We just get shit books. They're all ripped and everything. So even my Spawn 300 was terrible.
But so you buy 2 copies of each. You like try.
I had to buy 2 Thors so I can get it.
Yeah.
So I bought them out there. But King Thor is coming out next week. That's King Thor, Jason Aaron. I think it's going to be. I think something everybody should pay attention to and definitely get. The other thing I want to big shout out, and this is a shout out to a Marvel book, but I'm pretty sure Catherine's going to like it. It's the I found the trade for the Brian Michael Bendis, and I was trying to think of Bendis's ups and downs in his career, and a big up was when he brought Angela to Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
In the comics, hands down, that changed everything. Where I consider Angela one of my favorite heroines in all comics. She's actually
Solid
a
run.
hero. Yes.
Her and Gamora together, tag teaming that planet with their swords, just kicking ass. Remember that episode? That issue? That was excellent.
Yeah, Witchblade is one of my favorite characters as well. So it was kind of nice that at the same time that I was there, they were both there. But that is why I picked up that trade this week.
Art Adams covers on some of those old Guardians with Angela. Those are sweet.
No Witchblade.
And I've had them before, but just the Angela stuff was a side story I never really got into. So they did a trade just for Angela, which was great.
It was a pretty good Angela shit as well. Just saying.
It was one of those. It was a Bendis high point.
I think Angela, when they brought Angela to Marvel, you're right, JD. When Bendis did that, man, he made it happen, man.
I will tell you, Angela is a character that has so much promise that they're wasting because they're not really doing a heck of a lot with her right now. I know she's got something going on with Blade, apparently. I don't know why, but I'm picking it up because Angela's going to be in it.
Is she still in the Asgardians of the Galaxy or whatever it was? Or
she's there. She was there with that run. She wasn't there. I also wanted to bring this out is that everybody remembers Jane Foster, but it's going to be the new Thor. Thordis, whatever you want to call it. You might want to consider Angela to be a part of that movie too, because it would make a lot more sense if all of a sudden Thor had another sister that wants to claim that throne.
It's funny that you mentioned that.
Another reason I said this, they announced today, or they announced last week, but they expanded on it today about the Marvel Cinematic Universe regarding the Disney Plus platform. The Disney Plus platform is going to interact. Shows are going to interact with that universe. Now, everybody thought that the What If was going to be a standalone, which that isn't the case. There's 23 episodes of What If, and that represents all 23 movies over the 20 years. And the last one is going to be Thor, God. And Angela will be in that one, voiced by the actress who may be playing her in Love and Thunder.
Love, Hate, Love, Allison Chains. Y'all remember that one?
So they're saying like the first episode is what if Black Panther became Star-Lord.
Oh,
That would
So there's going to be what if Black Panther was, if T'Challa was Peter Quill.
Prince. Got okay.
And then the second episode is going to be Peggy Carter, Captain Britain.
Yeah, which there is a video game or app game called Marvel Puzzle Quest that started that, and they made a book based on that as a tribute, and it actually did very well and it was really well received. And it is a kind of cool thing, but she was Captain America, which everybody said that doesn't make sense. And but it is something. If Steve failed in I mean, the plot's there. It's there already. It's already out there in the game and in the book. It's Peggy Carter. Steve fails in his bid to be the bravest one, and they go with a bigger dude who just chickens out. So she jumps in and says, and she does it herself. Yeah.
damn. So you mentioned Captain Britain. Is Captain Britain going to be on a TV show or movie?
Well, yeah.
Benjamin Braddock.
No, it's Peggy Carter. Here, let me see if I can do this. Brand.
I know a guy in the community that has a lot of those Captain Britons. One of those guys, Evan Shalom. If you need a copy of that Captain Britain first appearance, you go talk to Evan Shalom.
Give me 1 second, and I can pull it up.
Benjamin Braddock is Captain Britain's real name, right? And
I guess
Silex
years ago.
The only reason they're calling her Captain Britain is because she's British. And here's the actual scene from it. That's her shield.
Damn, Evan. They changed your Captain Britain.
Better not be fighting the IRA.
And if you look on this, right down here in
Zombie
the
Cap. I see Zombie Cap, Star-Lord.
Oh.
So down in the right corner, that's Captain America Scrawny. And what he does is he and Tony Stark build a Hulkbuster suit, and Steve takes over the Hulkbuster, and he teams up with Peggy Carter.
Who is all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy in the middle at 3:00?
How about Dum Dum Dugan?
That the guy with the beard. The guy with the beard is Bucky, Winter Soldier.
That is Winter Soldier. Okay.
Yeah, and that's T'Challa, and that's Star-Lord T'Challa, and then this is the Marvel Zombies.
Right.
Colonel America or whatever.
No. I mean, each episode's a standalone issue. So
Sure, of course.
Yeah, but I heard they're doing like there's going to be a lot of what ifs that are directly involved with the MCU ongoing.
Well, one of them is what if Wolverine fought Thanos, Star-Lord and Black Panther, Marvel Zombies. What if Tony became the Sorcerer Supreme? And then there's two. Spider-Man Punisher. And the cool thing about it is there's 2 episodes of for Spider-Man. So however many movies there were, there's an episode for each movie. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, There's 3 Captain America movies, 3 episodes Captain America, 3, and so forth. The big one, the reason they're doing Tom Holland's is all the actors are reprising their roles.
Right. Yeah, they've already said that. Yeah.
So that's super, super cool, and I think the what if is going to it's going to be big, because the one thing that they did say they were going to do is my favorite new Fantastic Four.
Fucking A. About time you said those 2 words. Fantastic Four, people.
And
Did you hear that Josh Brolin signed a 4-movie deal, 4-picture deal?
DC, Jonah Hex, 4 sequels. What?
Oh, God.
Even Megan Fox couldn't save that movie.
It's like, please agree to never do Jonah Hex again.
Hey, I had a question.
I
What is
watched
the
it finally.
Spectre coming in the movies? Because I heard this thing was going to happen too.
Spectre.
I heard that
Jim
Spectre
Corrigan?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know that. Oh my God!
I
Somebody
heard
call.
that's
somebody
been
call our
fishing
comic
around a
spectator.
while, and they're testing what they're seeing how Marvel does with their obscure characters, because apparently there's some script for Spectre that's been around since the 80s that they've been wanting to do that everybody's passed on or whatever.
Me and Kat Wren are still looking for our E.L. O'Brien Plastic Man movie. He's going to hit all the records.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I
That-
can't wait for him
and our
to. He's going to grow
humanity.
some boobs. Hey, people are going to say, "Oh, we don't like him because he's a man." Well, hell, he'll turn to a girl. Plastic Man will turn into that guy.
Hey, if you watch Justice League,
Justice League
Action,
Oh,
he
the best.
does sport Wonder Woman's costume.
A Wonder Woman costume.
I'm just saying,
We've all
he
worn
had the
one
legs for it.
And he looked better than she did. He
We've
wore it.
all worn one. Everybody here has worn a Wonder Woman costume. If you haven't,
That's all special.
that's
That's
what
like
you should
the
do.
shoot,
Nice.
shoot, quick, or whatever Booker T's got on. The quack of the night.
Chucky Ducky Quack Quack.
Yeah, remember that one?
Yeah.
He does on the
God.
radio.
Oh,
So
That's all special.
I was gonna show my books, but when I hold them up because of the green screen,
oh come on,
green
Chad's
screen
cutting up his
gimmick.
books again.
There's
Green
a
screen
hole.
so
You got any
uh,
books without green in them?
yeah. So Doomsday Clock, House of X, my Jason Scott Campbell Spawn was pretty badass. And then I got these covers today just because of Legend.
Man, they look so good. Oh, good. I'm glad you got all those, just in case, after you're done reading them. Well, not that stupid Hulk one, but oh yeah, that one there. Yeah,
There you go.
that's right now.
Drew's
The
in the
best
chat.
cover out of that
Drew.
the
Oh,
Invisible
now that
Woman.
one there, I love the apple there. Yeah, and it's
Your name?
symbolic, isn't it?
She's like, suck it, Garden of Eden.
I know,
got
right?
Here we
I
go,
got
Drew.
my man Reed.
Ricky, I
Drew.
go on for you. Fing, fang, boom. Hold on.
Damn, bing, bang, boom.
I want.
Checkmate.
Hold on. I'm gonna shut this all off, and hopefully this works. Is this?
And there was flash in there somehow.
Did you guys see this? Does your shop give? See, our shop gives us these free every week.
Yeah, like posters
Yeah.
and
No, it's,
announcements.
It's a newsprint.
it's comic shop news,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and this one is it's Alpha 2099, and it has the X-Men 2099, which I was a huge fan of that.
2099.
Yeah, and they got the Thor over here.
They got Doom 2099 in there.
They've got them all, but the really cool part on the back, they're going to do a Punisher 2099
Oh.
and a Conan the Barbarian 2099.
I had the original Punisher 2099. Nice purplish blue
And,
border on it.
and kind of you guys were talking about it earlier. I don't know if I can show it, but Strike Force is coming out, and it's Angela, Blade,
Yep.
Spider Woman, and Bucky.
Good characters.
I like the War of the Realms version.
I don't get it. I don't get that team. I don't
I
understand.
don't either. I mean, the War of the Realms, she was bigger than
You don't get that team. How about putting that fucking Conan on a team? What the fuck was
Conan's
that?
on the
Oh,
Savage
no, but that's
Why not just give us
Savage
another
Avengers
Angela?
with
But
Frank and,
Why don't we just put
Frank?
Jonah Hex in the Marvel universe?
this
That's
literally
give
one of my
Angela
favorite books.
another book. Okay.
I mean,
Please
honest to
don't-
God, I think this is the rebirth of Frank Castle in Savage Avengers. I think Frank
All right.
is better than, I mean, all this Moon Knight and Blade bullshit. The hands down, Frank Castle.
Yeah. Frank freaking Castle.
This is a phenomenal book.
Blade was okay. Moon Knight sucked till the 80s, everybody. Moon Knight was unreadable. It was terrible. Werewolf by Night was one of the worst written. It's the opposite of Tomb of Dracula. Tomb of Dracula was great. Werewolf by Night was terrible. Werewolf by Night's artwork was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. And the same with Tomb of Dracula series. Hands down, Tomb of Dracula crushes Werewolf by Night.
Moon Knight. People love Moon Knight, though, JD.
What?
Ooh.
Not
Kristen
that
Kevich.
good. I mean, he's
They-
better.
Oh, no.
Bill
The
David's
Splat.
Marvel one that's later on. When he got his own series, that is
That
way
was good stuff.
okay. That's way better than I will admit. when that series came out, that was different. That was much better, and anything you could ever much better. It's like the Doctor Strange thing. Strange Tales was really good, but that Marvel premiere run was the dark.
Damn it.
Anyway, that's it. Rant over. Lemire,
All right, all you Moon Knight fans, y'all need to go ahead and watch Moon Knight or something.
Okay,
I like that, but I like. I mean, the early ones. I'm talking about the early ones. Tomb of Dracula in the '70s was a good Bronze Age. Any Punisher book was pretty good, but again, Punisher when he got his own series, Garth Ennis, Max.
Oh yeah. The Garth Ennis
do you
Punisher.
remember how he killed Wolverine in that? He rolled him over with a steamroller.
Damn, flatten that adamantium.
So, hey, Wood, what about that chat?
We still have a very active chat. We got Jack Yo in chat. He says Stephen Platt's Moon Knight is the shiz. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I say is Stephen Platt, awesome artwork on Moon Knight. But yeah, my title for best of Moon Knight artists always has to go to Bill Sienkiewicz.
I was gonna go to Bill.
Best, yeah, absolutely the best in my opinion. We still got Chris Barrett talking it up in the chat. He says Blade can go on any team. Absolutely, I do agree with that. We still got John's comments with kids. He agrees that Invisible Woman cover was the best for his money when it came to the Marvel stretchy gimmick covers, which I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of, but I do like that Invisible Woman eating that apple. That was a pretty good cover on that one. Silverman's Comics says, I would watch a Jonah Hex movie directed by somebody I do not know. So I'll let you guys figure that one out and scroll up. I've
Directed
not heard
by
that.
the great legend.
Yeah, there we go. And then he's gonna smoke that Jonah Hex peace pie.
Man, I wish I had one of those. It's been a while.
And then we got Who Dat Comics movie says going to bring some keys for auction tomorrow. Which
I think I know some of them he's going to be bringing, and y'all are going to want to check them out because a lot of them are going to be based on like movie stuff and TV stuff. So y'all got to check it out, man.
Who Dat knows the right books to sell at the right time. He's going to have some great stuff, I'm sure. But 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, we'll be having the Comic Core auction. I think confirmed. We got myself, Drew Manchu, Who Dat Comics and Movies. I believe JD said he's going to be there for a couple rounds if possible. Same thing for Great Legend, and I might reach out to one or two more people. So just so Jason Smith knows, we still do not take Bitcoin. I apologize for your inconvenience, even though you don't collect comics anymore, Jason. I guess no. The only preview lot, because I haven't even sorted my books out yet. I was just probably going to sell some Swamp Things that are my doubles. So
all right,
here's one preview of my stuff.
11, right?
I got 11. I got 10. I called a Copic version of number 8 because it was left in the sun too long. I got number 6.
I was gonna say that's a good 6 right there.
Yeah, and this is actually a decent copy of number 5 as well.
One of my favorite covers right there.
And then number 4.
Nice, man. Early Swamp Things.
Actually, I think I got the comics I'm giving away. Every lot purchased from me tomorrow. Let's see if I can find them. And I still got a bag and board them. But every lot purchased from me tomorrow will come with a free copy of the Damn Number 1 signed by Colin Bunn.
Holy crap.
The first 4 lots,
Excellent.
at least, because I found 4 copies of this all signed. So
you read that? You read that series?
I have not yet. I just found the first issue in
we talked about
day.
the Jonah Hex movie where he went up and talked. He touches a dead person, right? The cool thing with the Damned, same kind of deal. He can go up and touch like a dead person, or actually he touches a person and they die. So it's kind of cool. It's the same kind of with some devil in there. Trigon style devil stuff.
Now Jason Smith's gonna mail me cash, I guess. Yeah, anytime you want to mail me cash, Jason, that's fine. Thank you.
Cash.
It won't get to you.
Well, he knows how to tweak that mail system. It's Jason Smith, man. He'll get to me media mail, but hey, that's just fine with me. Cash is cash. Money talks.
So we started a little bit of a segment last week, was showing what's coming the following week. If you guys want to go over that, or
yeah,
sure.
Oh heck yeah!
I like segments.
Okay. Cross my fingers. Hopefully, there's some books they'll be coming out next week that I'm going to get.
King,
I haven't even looked yet.
All right, and I'll let the chat decide. Do we want to go Marvel DC or we want to go Marvel? Well, we have to include Image for our big announcement after this. Marvel, Image, DC, or do you want them all?
DC, all is fine.
all three.
If we have to pick one, DC.
Okay.
Marvel.
Well,
So-
see, my 2 Marvel books came out this week, so I want to see some
I'd
DC.
say DC or Image.
Yeah, Image is good. I
Well,
like this Image.
here, I'll tell you. Dynamite, which is weird. Like, yeah.
Dynamite.
I know
Dynamite
why.
Entertainment. Well, they print a lot of covers.
They got 40
So-
Red Sonja covers coming out.
So
next week.
Marvel next week, without variants, has 45 books coming out.
Oh my god.
The mouse wants his money.
And I already got my Future Foundation and Fantastic Four this week, so I'm not picking up any of that 45 pieces of crap.
Yeah.
What is it? Absolute Carnage.
There's a
number
new
3,
Invisible
cover
Woman.
5 or something.
House of Carnage.
House
Number
of
X.
Carnage. House of
Black
Carnage.
Cat.
House of X.
Here we go.
The chat said Marvel, so
Ah.
We'll give them some Marvel.
Uh,
We got Amazing Spider-Man number 29, Power of X number 4,
ooh.
Venom 18, Daredevil number 11.
oh, wait, you got to pass over Power of X?
You said it.
I said
I
that.
mean, it's been good. He said-
Daredevil,
I'm waiting for that hardcover on that one.
Daredevil, Venom.
I'm waiting for that Marvel.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 10, Silver
That series is surprisingly good.
Surfer Black number 4.
I'm behind on
Good
that.
series.
How
Johnny
about
Cage.
Doctor Strange? Are you reading Doctor
Great.
Strange, JD?
Very good. Very into the Galactus stuff now. So
Okay, that's cool.
post Galactus thing is very good. It's very different, but it's good.
Good.
Captain Marvel number 10, the unbeatable Squirrel Girl with relationships with Wolverine.
Yeah.
King on the
Big
cover.
one here.
King Thor
King
number
Thor.
1.
Who's the artist on
Jason
that,
Aaron,
JD?
Isaac Ribic, and Russell
Ooh.
Down for the
Hey,
last
Yeah,
time.
that is an all-star team for them.
It says
Oh, God.
Superstars
Carnage.
Jason Aaron.
Yeah, it says superstars. You know,
God.
The rated R superstar.
It's always any title versus Deadpool. God, are they going to carnagize it or whatever?
Hey.
Black Cat.
4.
No, it's Buttes.
that's actually a good
Black Cat has
series.
been great so
That's a
far.
good series. Yeah, I like that series.
I just love me some J. Scott Campbell, but I do need to read
That's
issues
why I
2 and
like
3.
it. But I do read it. It's actually a pretty good read.
Black Cat
Been
number
very
4.
fun.
Invaders number 9.
This better get better. Okay.
Loki number
Invaders
3.
is not what-
Loki's been good.
Absolute Carnage Symbiote of Vengeance number 1.
I'm
They're
out of
just
that.
Carnage Ghost Rider.
$5? Good God.
There's
Oh,
Invisible
yeah.
Woman 3. Look at
Number
Invisible
one,
Woman
though.
3.
Love
Look at
print
that.
number 1 stuff.
Huge.
Look at that.
Woo.
Invisible
Might have to get
Now
Woman.
that
that okay,
one. That one, Legend.
I stand corrected. That one. That's another novel I did. Totally forgot about.
Gwenpool Strikes Back, kissing Mr. Fantastic. Punisher Kill Crew. Guardians of the Galaxy, Prodigal Son.
Right, that's
Chapter
the
40
Prodigal
when it's
Son
issue
series.
1.
Prodigal Son storylines.
Okay, now we're going Star Wars Age of Resistance, Supreme Leader Snoke. Moon Knight Annual number 1.
Now,
That
this
looks
book,
kinda
by the
cool.
way, they're saying it's actually one of the. Now, that's one of the books to get the Moon Knight Annual. They're saying
Okay.
get not a spec or anything else.
Oh, Battles King
Wait a
though.
minute.
Yep,
Wait,
yep,
whoa.
exactly the point. He prattles Kang, and maybe we'll get a Mark.
There's actually Moon Knight series on the stands right now, though, right?
Right, there is.
Okay, I was making sure. I didn't.
Make
I
sure
don't remember
there's
seeing.
an
I
annual
was like,
on
are
it.
they doing an
I
annual?
haven't read Moon Knight since Finch stopped doing the art. So
It's been a while.
I've tried a few times.
My store doesn't order Moon Knight. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. Yeah, I mean, I like the Finch. I love the Finch work. I love the Finch and everything. I love that whole. It was all right. Jeff Lemire was good.
Let's just say the chat. I hope y'all pre-order your books because paying $3.99 and $4.99 for books, please don't do that. Get a pull list started. Pre-order them
Yeah,
online.
you pay a lot less when you.
Yeah, Miss
pre-order.
Explain says in the chat doesn't think Moon Knight's on the shelf anymore. So they're putting out an annual where there's not a book. Come on, Marvel. Seriously?
There you go.
What's the
Marvel
price on
wants
that?
that money.
$6?
The mouse needs that money.
God.
Number one.
It's ridiculous. And it's an annual. It's like probably $5 or $6.
Didn't they just have an annual for Ghost Spider and they just relaunched that title?
Yeah, it's Ghost Spider number 1. Ghost Spider annual number 1.
I'm just saying,
Kinda
the
good,
mouse
right?
wants
Do
his money.
you know why they relaunched that?
Steamboat fucking
Because
Willie.
the last one sucked.
No, so here's the
It did.
Because number
Because Age of
ones always
Spider-Verse was
generate
good.
more money.
Oh yeah,
That's why
it's
they
not
slapped
for me.
one.
Spider-Verse Gwen was the coolest character in it, according to my daughter.
what was her name in the Spider-Verse?
Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. So
Gwen
in
Stacy.
order for them to be able to use her in a film, they actually she actually made a cameo. That's a little Easter egg. She made a cameo in Avengers Endgame too.
I heard that.
I'll show you it after this, but yeah,
Put it behind you because it's better than that stupid shit you got going on now.
what's that?
Sorry.
All right, so we got Sword
Lord
Master
Master.
3, Age of Conan, Valeria, what is it? Varia?
Ooh, the director's cut. Number
Valeria?
Valeria.
And
And $4.99 director's cut.
Marvel
Oh.
tells Black Panther #1.
There we go. Some true believers.
I had that
$1.
book at one point. Sold that
Yeah.
long ago.
And Hulk-
Mindless Hulk is a good book. Get that one. That's a really good story. It's a one shot too, so you don't have to worry about anything about that book.
let's check out their variants real
Before
quick.
or after, it's a one shot.
I'll take the regular.
Chip Zdarsky Daredevil, by the way, is very.
Get the good old Marvel. Oh, this is cool. I like this. This matches
Yeah,
up with the other one.
God,
Oh, look, we got another
all
wrap
variant.
around with Venom 8.
all I'm seeing is $4.99.
That one's $3.99, but you'll be upcharged in your local store.
$3.99, $4.99.
No, Scotty Young.
Why is the Power of X number 4 $4.99?
They're all $4.99.
They're all
I'm pretty
$4.99.
sure.
Yeah.
God,
Venom 17, second printing. Power of X. Oh, another wraparound cover.
Yeah.
little Bagley, little
That's what I'm
Bagley.
just- yeah, I do like me some Bagley. I'm just not a fan of that gimmick.
Oh,
I just don't think
wait.
those
I
covers
don't
look
like
good.
the wraparound cover.
One more time. Another wraparound cover.
It's wraparound month.
Look at that King Thor. Look at that King Thor variant. Go up one.
It
Go up.
kind of reminds me in Time Cop
You know
where he
what-
got kicked into
what
a past
Marvel
version of
needs to
himself.
The 1 in 25 is beautiful right there. There's one with blood. It's blood all over it. Badass. Look at that one.
I fully believe that Marvel needs to do what DC did a few months ago.
Look at this guy.
And bring
I love this guy.
Should I start battling now or later?
Bring
got
some
the king.
covers back.
Drew's here too.
Hi, Drew.
Everybody-
What's going on, folks?
Hello, my Thursday night best friend.
Hey,
Oh man, my
Hey,
work was
dude.
great, and I got here in time to see you guys for a
There he
while.
is. What?
and Chad's not here.
Aw.
I did not
Right on.
Hey,
Thanks for
Congrats.
being back.
Shout out to
Congrats.
Drew.
Legend, Seawood, these two roommates up here, Cat Red. You guys, 700 is awesome. So huge congrats to the team that's making this work. So awesome. Just blown away.
Thanks, man. Well, we owe it all to you too, man. Unlimited, one of the hottest shows on Wednesday nights, and all the work
We
you
do.
do on the board, man.
We owe it all to you too. With or without you, fantastic song.
Tom Bunk. Thanks for Tom Bunk.
Bonk.
So,
God, I haven't
Hey.
been on the Friday night
I
show
don't
for
know
long.
if you heard, but I give you in my for the week. I talked about you a little bit. Is that all right?
I'm fine with that.
Hell yeah.
Not you, John. I'm
So
talking
you're
to
talking
Drew.
about me?
Yeah, I was saying how like your reviews are like the only thing anybody should watch, right?
He's been
They should watch this show.
What?
Hey,
They
hey,
should watch
John.
this show.
Hey, John, man. What is your picks of the week? Have you read any of your comics?
I read my books. I the great
Amen,
read
brother.
My books.
I love a good reader.
Come on, man. This book is incredible. This was the read of the week. House of X was unreal. Unreal.
It'll
So
be
that's
the read
my-
of the
that's
week
my
until
favorite.
that
No
series
question.
stops coming out, and then Hickman's X-Men will be the read of the week.
I'm so far behind. I'm getting that hardcover the second it comes out.
It's phenomenal. You will not regret it. And underrated read of the week for me is always going to be Old Man Quill. I think not enough people reading this. And the last 3 issues in a row have just been stellar. Absolutely the best stuff Ethan Sachs has done. What is with I'm on here twice now. What is this?
I just wanted to tag in. This is my new thing, my new shtick.
This old Mad Rocks.
When I,
Multiple
when, I, when I get lonely, I go in my room and I just turn on and pretend I'm hanging out with people.
I'm just snug. I'm right behind you. We're just snuggling.
Where's your hand, John? Where's your hand? How do we
I
know
don't know.
Chad's not a puppet?
Chad had that left hand in his lap there.
It's between two pillows.
All right, I'm tagging Wood back in.
Drew, man, what about you? Do you have some picks of the weeks, Drew?
Oh, I tell you what, man, that House of X, it just continues to impress. I think that the presentation of that book, the overall production value of it was just really amazing. Doomsday Clock, I had
Very frank,
read.
right?
I didn't read that because I'm waiting for it all to finish before I finish that series. And then Seawood and I are going to have a long discussion about it. And
I
he's
think
going to
we need
be
take
like,
that to court.
and I'm going to be
Comic
like,
court.
it was a turd. I don't know what's going on in Doomsday Clock because I stopped reading it issue by issue.
Drew,
I tell you what,
I heard somebody comment that they had no children before it started coming out, and they legit have 2 children now.
I really enjoyed Punisher this week. I did a review on that as well. Really enjoyed that. I think that's gonna end in the next issue. I can't wait to see where that goes. I had a lot of fun with Deceased, the one shot. I guess, is it a one shot? I don't know if it's a one shot or if it's a
it's a one shot.
I really enjoyed that. I just really the way that DC Zombies is working, and that's what I'm going to call it. I don't want to call it Deceased anymore. I just want to call it DC Zombies. Was there a copyright issue? I mean, I like it. I thought it was good stuff, and I think that the covers, the horror covers, are continuing to be one of the greatest things that they're doing right now. I picked up Harley and Ivy, that the 2 Art Germ covers that go together. I thought that they were amazing covers. I could not get through the book. Kat, you're gonna have to let me know how it was.
I thought it was cute.
Like 2 pages in, I was like, nah, this is not for me.
You missed the Floronic Man.
Okay, well, maybe I'll go back to it. And I picked up Spawn 300. I got a really nice Capullo cover, the Capullo McFarlane cover of the Virgin.
It's a nice one. It's a nice cover. Good choice.
I picked that one up. I also got the Virgin House of X number 4 as well. I was excited to get my hands on both of those covers. That Spawn book, I have been of the school of thought for a very long time that the only Spawn anybody ever needs to read is the first 14 issues of Spawn. After the first 14 issues of Spawn, I stopped caring. You should have stopped caring too. And this book was a hodgepodge mess. I tried to read and just kept losing interest, page after page after page. Maybe I need to sit down and get in the right mindset and really absorb the Spawn. But it's another one that I try to do a review on, and just halfway through, it's just does anybody care about Spawn?
You know who cares? I got a great one for the chat. The chat room real quick. The mind games. Don't worry about these mind games. They're already going to hit second print. It's already been announced for Spawn 300. They're most likely, the way the big companies do this gimmick is they're going to not print as many of these second prints. So you're going to have a low second print run variant. So don't fall into the trap, people. You're smarter than that. Don't buy the book. You don't buy those second prints and these third prints and all this other crap. Then they, you're going to save a lot of money. And plus, let me tell you this. All of the companies do it, man. They're doing these second prints and third prints, not because they need to. Spawn 300 had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the way to Z on the variant. Man, do yourselves a favor. Just get the first print, read the book. Don't let the specs get you, man.
I'll tell you what, though, if you're into Spawn,
I do like Spawn, and I think that 300 is something that I think is going to lead into the. Oh, here we go. Chaos and Comics says Spawn is really good. 300 continued the story. Yeah, I expected it to. I mean, they had their road to 300, but if you go back, I mean, Spawn has been good since the 270s.
Well, they also introduced the female Spawn in that book.
Well, it's 250s when they brought back Al, right?
Right, Al Simmons and everything.
And then we got She-Spawn in 300.
I mean, you kind of got Spawn started off in my life. Spawn started off as a great book. I enjoyed it. I was a day one buyer, day one everything else, and it died around the 20s and 30s. and it didn't die.
Stan.
We got cat rem puppets going on over there. It looks like.
But then it came back,
One
and
thing.
then it came back, and then just
So
went,
the one thing that I wanted to say, and I'll tag Carson back in a second, but everybody says that their shop sold out of this, sold out of that. They didn't get this book. I mean, or the Legion book.
Holy shit!
Your book's messed up.
Yeah,
But-
holes in your book.
But yeah, but
not a 9.8.
but I can tell you every cover from
Wait for
they
me
had
for that.
they had the Campbell, the Capullo, they had the McFarlane, the Virgin covers, the sketch Virgin covers, sitting there in multiples today.
It's going to be enough 300s as enough for our number ones. I mean,
And
Hand.
Right.
Spawn number one. If you went to a wedding in 1993, they gave you a program to the wedding to tell you
and
who
it's on number one.
and it was a Spawn 1 attached to it.
Yeah.
Walmart, they gave you a flyer and came with it with Spawn 1. They were every. I'm not kidding.
So
They were so many Spawn 1s out there,
I mean it's a joke.
and now they're $100 a piece.
So it's a joke at the LCS because we stand around like there's a bunch of us that we're just sitting there talking, and somebody will come in, and they watched Storage Wars or one of these shows, and they have no idea about comics, and they have I've got a bunch of comics. Do you guys buy them? And it's every time we're always like, yeah, come on, bring them in, and as they're walking back to their car and they're coming back in, we're like, it's got Pitt, it's got Spawn, and they bring it in.
That's a good story.
And then every now and then, I mean, they were like, I got some pretty good books in there. You know, these ones with the silver, border. Yeah, the Chromium Mines. They mine that every Wednesday.
Very good chaos comic.
But all these people are always going in here and they come in there. But it's funny when you do get a good run. You're like Hulk. It's like Hulk 180, Hulk 182.
No.
180.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be sitting in my LCS with my buddy who owns the place, and he's a good dude. Always gives me a great deal. Tries to rip me off here and there, but I mean that's just business. I love him for it. But one thing is like he'll get a phone call and people will call him. Yeah, okay. Well, what kind of stuff? Okay, late 70s, early 80s. Okay, and then I'll hang up the phone and he'll look me in the eye and I'll say, "Bet there's no fucking Spider-Man in there." He says it all the time. He's like, if there's a run of Amazing, then he makes his money. If there's not a run of Amazing, then it's a crapshoot. But
Yeah.
hey, I want to shout out Chaos and Comics. I pulled up that issue here, or the comment here. 300 issues, not going to all be great. Had its good runs here and there. Spawn was only good for the first 2 years. Is a common trope. Guess what, Chaos and Comics? It's a trope because, in my opinion, it's true. But in your opinion, it's not. And guess what, man? We're all allowed to have our own opinions. That's why there's 6 of us on this show, so 5 people can tell me I'm wrong, brother. Thank you for your comment. We appreciate it.
I just told that Seawood.
Carson keeps pulling
Wait,
away.
I like when
Oh, hold on. Try it again.
I end up with these. Go ahead.
We need to work on the choreography, but that was pretty darn good.
I want to give a big shout out in the chat. I didn't shout her out earlier, but we have Flamin' Sheila in the chat. Great to see you.
Hey, look at her.
One of my faves.
And I saw Bake the Snake, the 3-time champ from the competition with on Matt Boyard Seven's channel. 3-time champ.
Yeah, that
Dude,
show's been awesome, by the way. I before I got hopped on this, that's what I was doing. I was watching, the Boy Who Had Sevens contest. What's the name of that show officially, John?
Yeah, I think it's called Comic Gories now.
Okay,
Like Comic Gories, the old game show.
Comic Corys.
The most entertaining.
We need to
new
play
show.
comic book categories and play it and call it something like that.
He's over there.
Don't poke me. Come on.
So that means, like, if you're on that show and you win 3 times, then that means you're going to get shipped a slab from Boy 7.
Dude, I know. So he's
Whoa,
getting a
was that the
slab.
truth?
He won a slab. Yeah, he won his slab. Bake the Snake officially won a slab.
Matt Gonzalez.
so cool.
I know you're around. Put me on that show, man. I'm gonna win. Put me on that show.
It's
Put me on that
fun.
show, man. I'm gonna win.
You
Like,
send him
just like
a message.
okay,
If you're on it,
if I have fun, guys. I care if I win. you can't buy things with fun. You can buy things with slabs.
Yeah.
You send him a message on Instagram and let him know you want in. He'll put you on the list.
If you got a stack of slabs, you can trap you a wild TJ
All I
Watson.
know is that if the category came up and I was on that show and slabs came up, I'd pass.
A stick, a string, a cardboard box, and a stack of slabs. You can catch you a TJ Watson. Ooh, slab comic. Ooh, slab comic. Slab comic.
Let's go ahead and get back in the chat. We still got Flaming Sheila in the chat. What is going on, Sheila? I haven't said his name yet in the gimmick, so we got.
I wanted to tell Kat I want to tag her in. I want to tag in for 1 second.
Shayna.
Look at that jumbo.
All right.
comics.
Hey, before you do the chat, while I'm able to be on here, can we do a real quick announcement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Please.
Okay. So thanks
Put
to
it on yourself. Put it on yourself because
okay. Thanks to our I want everybody on this because I need the opinions of everybody. So thanks to our Monday night story Comicore guy, Alec Whitewell Comics, he gave me I got a letter from Image Comics, and they've agreed to have some people for us to interview. Now I was thinking about doing something like in having the chats decide who interviews these people, but here are our confirmed interviews as of right now for Baltimore Comic Con. Number 1, Justin Jordan from the Reaver, Jeff Lemire, Gideon Falls, John McCrea, Dead Eyes, Howard Chaykin, Hey Kids Comics, Charles Soule,
Howard Chaykin
Yeah, Chaykin's good.
Charles Soule, Curse Words,
drew the first Star Wars cover.
Dean Haspel, Red Hook, Colin Bunn,
Is David Hasselhoff on there?
Brian.
He's my cousin.
Drew, you're gonna have to help me with this name again. Brian Stelfreeze.
Stelfreeze, yeah.
Stelfreeze.
You did good. You did a really good job. Good job.
Good one.
Brian Azriello and Carson.
What does Stelfreeze do? Does he do Bitter Root? Is that what he's doing?
Matador and The Hard Place.
Oh, the Hard Place.
Hard
Okay.
Place.
And
Then he
then
was doing Black Panther for a
All
while.
Image books.
and this one we've kind of decided who's going to do this interview. And I think, hey, can you pull that book up I told you to hold on to earlier?
I'll give you 2 hints actually. I'll grab two hints as to who this next person is. So we got this book right here.
There he is.
And we got this book right
K.
here. So there you go, Brian K. Vaughan.
And
Why
Wow.
that man saga? Huh?
so we threw a question up
Ask
there.
him why he didn't do Silver Surfer like he said he was going to do.
Well, Kat's the one that said that Carson has to do that interview. So I'm going to turn it back over to Kat and you guys. I'm out.
Let's hold these up for the rest of
And
the show.
John's Comics with Kids has to do Brian Azriello.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can ask him all about them dicks in that book.
So I want 100 bullets discussion. That's what I want.
It'll be 100 bullets wall to wall, baby. 100
I
bullets
want.
and Batman and Batwing.
Can,
Yeah,
can
I
I
want that way.
You throw-
can I
want-
interview? I
want
really want to
100
interview
bullets, and that's
Azarello.
it. I want to talk about 100 bullets. He told me to get that trade. I'm up to the 4th trade in what?
It's so
4 months.
good.
It's
so good.
phenomenal. It's
I've
the
got
best-
one question.
It's my favorite trade from Image since East of West. That's how much I like it.
100
Damn,
bullets?
nice.
I want
Yeah.
to go to Drew's question, and then I
Hold
got.
on, I'm
question.
sorry to burn you because 100 bullets is Vertigo.
Oh, that's what I mean. Vertigo, whatever.
Okay.
In
That's
indie.
why the last man.
I've
but
got
it's all
one
right.
question for Brian Azarello, and I think that
My other Vertigo.
whoever gets the opportunity to ask him questions needs to give him my name and ask him this question, and it's just simply Cholo Etrigan, fucking why?
He's Eminem intricate.
No, he's a
So
cholo.
That's really going
He's-
to win a lot of love from him. That's gonna be a great interview.
it's cultural appropriation and it's hip hop written by a very very old white guy, and it does not come off well.
So, Kat, what is the name of the Comicore Instagram for the audience out here?
Isn't it one comic core?
The
So-
Comicore #1.
Okay, so the
The
Comicore.
comical one.
It's a spec book.
We're
It's
going to
issue
confirm that.
one.
What I want everyone to do, though, is if you have questions for these creators that Chad just listed off, I want these questions. So I want you guys to hit us up on Instagram, and then we'll get the questions funneled. So because I only got so many questions I can ask. You guys are the ones that come up with great questions. So please, if you guys, we'll keep spitting these lists out every week up until Baltimore. So please send those questions to the Comic Core Instagram, and we'll filter them and do our best to get your questions to guys like Brian Azzarello, Brian K. Vaughn, Brian Stelfreeze, and all the other Brians in Image. We're gonna
Howard Chaykin reference.
And chat, when you think you know the answers, Carson will be changing the question.
I will.
You might talk about Cody Starbuck. Oh, Cody Starbuck. Anybody know?
That is the name of our Instagram, right there.
Comic Core 1 right there. Go like us or follow us on Instagram.
So feel free to message. You'll either be dealing with Chad or myself.
How about this? How about if you've got questions, why don't we just have you throw out your questions and we can utilize the search feature that's built into these social medias. Just hashtag us Comic Core. Hashtag Comic Core. Any question you got, put it on the Twitter, put it on the Insta.
You doing Lab Saturday tomorrow? Silver Surfer Saturday or something Saturday? Today's 9/6. That's why I did this.
I agree, and Bueller does too.
Oh, look at that! Bueller says hashtag Comic Core. We appreciate that because that's at the comic or at.
At Comic Core 1.
Not going anywhere.
I just put the link in the chat. Just click the link.
At Comic Core Corpse.
There you go.
Big shout out to Marky316. He always calls it Corpse. It's the Green Lantern Corpse. We're just gonna have a lot of dead ass Green Lanterns in space.
It's okay. I called it that for the longest time until he made fun of me.
I love that stuff.
I think we just woke Bueller up. He's like, "What the hell?"
We got Comics with Bueller. He finally left Chad's house, Chad's basement. Comics with Bueller is out of the basement. We also got Bub's Comics is in the chat. What's going on, Bub? That guy has one of the most fun live streams every Monday, 7 p.m. The No Faces chat with DS and those guys are pretty awesome. And we got J Hood Creative. He says Stelfreeze is great to talk to. Talk to him about art form. Yeah, that sounds absolutely fascinating. Definitely make sure to bring that up. And then Ricky Marks, that was his question tonight. He said, "What type and color lightsabers do you guys like?" Mine is 2 purple lightsabers that's attached to each other into a double-bladed lightsaber. Legend, do you like lightsabers? Apparently not. Okay.
I love lightsabers, Seawood. I love lightsabers. If I had a lightsaber, it would be one of them black lightsabers. You seen them?
I have like 7 lightsabers in my house, and I'm not even close to how many I've seen.
The first time I saw one of those black lightsaber, an image of a black lightsaber, I'm going to tell you guys right now, my pants got a little tight.
Classic.
Little sword fighting.
Yep.
I will say, like, I'm OG. I loved seeing Luke Skywalker make his own green lightsaber. I'm a green lightsaber guy all the way.
What do you think about we're gonna be now in the comics? We actually figured out how the Kyber crystals work. In the movie coming up, if you think about it, they're going to actually show a major portion of one of these lightsabers being built, either the rebuilt Skywalker saber. Let's call it what it is. You know, it's a Skywalker saber. He is drunk. Maybe.
It doesn't mean he's wrong.
I mean, it tracks.
Well, did you ever see, JD, the deleted scene from Return of the Jedi where they show him kind of building it? Luke is building the green lightsaber.
Yes. That's
cool.
And that's what I wanted to see in this one. So rebuild the Skywalker saber. And, you know, apparently that's what I want. I didn't expect it to see that Swiss Army knife thing that.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Orange
I kind of think that's not really truthful. I don't know.
She's gonna cut her damn leg off with that thing.
No gimmick.
I would not trust it. You know.
Stop putting hinges on things that don't need hinges.
Really?
That's all I'm
You and I
saying.
should get together and go bowling and tell people how to make lightsabers.
we should get together and go bowling and tell people how to live their lives in general. JD, let's do this.
That'd be good.
Yes.
Salty Drew Manchu. There's nothing better than salty Drew Manchu.
It's just a bunch of salty, unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
Two grumpy guys who are
Yeah.
just slightly over the hill. We've
Isn't
had
that
enough
what
of
you're
life,
saying?
and we've also had enough of other people's
Yeah.
choices.
I think you've
Yeah,
described
make it
most
tough.
of YouTube at this point.
I'm going to talk about the upcoming event.
What upcoming event?
Your hoodie.
Oh, this hoodie? Yeah.
Up next, an upcoming
do it.
event. You Cat Ren figures. What we got?
Mark,
Uh,
you want to tell them about your planned run?
You're funny.
So his hoodie is for the first annual Area 51 5K Fun Run, September 20th, 2019. They can't stop all of us.
I like that there's a Halloween costume that they make about that now. Did you see that? Facebooks or whatever?
He's going to be on the front line, man, like Corey and Trevor of the Trailer Park Boys.
He's going to try to Naruto
Corey,
run it.
Corey, Trevor. There's Corey and Trevor.
No, don't do it. It's fake. Please don't.
No, the bullets are real.
Yeah, the bullets are
You're
real.
actually going to get shot.
Good to see Jean Grey.
Well, I mean, they might use non-lethal, but don't do it.
Jean Grey.
Jean's right.
Jean, say hi to Legend.
Hi, Jean Grey.
Say hi to Legend. Okay, let's.
So good.
Control
That's
yourself,
my laugh.
Gene.
Dad, I have one request because I know you're producing.
Put your
Whenever
tail down, Jean. Your hole is
it
emitting
goes
the
off the rails,
dust.
can we get a gift of a train crashing the second the show goes off the rails?
Ewok out. I remember that movie, that little blonde hair girl, little Ewok movies with the little blonde hair kid. Oh man,
Yeah.
we need to do
That's
now
how you
that
win the internet.
Noah Aquaman.
with those
That's
bad.
how you win the
Ewok
internet right
movies.
there.
Right
I
now.
was waiting for you to pop
Yep,
up.
yep, yep, yep. Little wicked noises.
Whoa.
Ewok, yeah.
Random topic then. We're talking about what if earlier. I want everybody I can see on the screen now to come up with one what if scenario you want to see on this animated show. John, we'll start with you.
Oh crap! Oh jeez. I always thought they do a lot of the like. I feel like a lot of the modern Marvel stuff is like, hey, let's take a male character and make them female. I kind of want to flip that script. I would love to see like a male character having to like take on a female persona. So what does the male Black Widow look like, right? What is the male Wonder Woman?
Oh, have you read Stina Grace's
Not like
Iceman?
not the Marvel Wonder Man, the DC Wonder Man. I want to know like what is that? I mean, obviously Wonder Woman, like it's an
Superman.
island of women, so it doesn't really work as well.
It's just a sausage fest on alternate Themyscira.
Curved sword.
Stop at the holidays. Too much mail.
A wonderful topic by Carson, derailed by Drew Manchu.
Sorry.
Crossing the streams on the island of men.
I am the ruiner of things. That's what I do.
The destroyer of worlds.
Too funny.
Oppenheimer and Drew Manchu.
Anything to add after that?
I'm actually really interested to see them do some stuff with the cosmic, what if Peter Quill took the power of the what's it called? They call them Celestials, right? And basically fed Ego.
Okay.
What
Good
I
one.
like that. I think that would be like, what if he broke bad? You know, what if he not only like destroyed Ego, but like usurped him? I think that's something that could be interesting. What if they never undid the snap? Like that would be something as well that could be something to enjoy. I think the cool thing about these what if shows is that they're staying MCU centric. They're not going off into the Marvel universe the way that the books work. They're going based off of how the movies work. So any divergent path that they've taken in the movies so far, like simply a what if they did it the way it happened in the comics would be something that what if Civil War was an actual war, That's the kind of things that I'm interested in seeing, because we can do more with the animation and just bring the actors in for a couple of quick ADR lines and send them on their way. All you need is Hemsworth going for a great Thor episode, So
what if Captain America signed the Accords?
Yes, yeah. Like what if Tony and Cap are on opposite sides, but for the opposite reasons? There's just a bunch of different things you can do there. What if Superman was a drunk?
Superman's getting ready for Comic Core Friday nights. There we go. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Save that one. Yeah, we're gonna need that one for
I like that one.
That gift makes me want to play Red Dead Redemption.
What about you, Kat?
All right. So we were talking a little bit about some gender bends on some heroes, this, that, whatever. So I decided why not to tap into that and to tap into some pretty classic what ifs. So what if X-23 killed She-Hulk?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I like that.
I mean, Honey Badger.
That was the first what if ever.
That is a very early.
What if She-Hulk
What if-
killed
is it-
X-23
it's very early.
and then Honey Badger went after her?
I gotta ask: is Mark drinking out of like a measuring cup?
Oh yeah,
That's his cup.
drinking responsibly.
He wants to know how much he's drinking.
Has a handle on it.
It's very precise.
It pours nicely with the spout, right?
It's a science.
It does.
It's like the Pyrex makes steins. We need to
I
get Mark
like
one of those.
Comics Miss Explained here in the chat. He
Yeah.
wants to know what would happen if YouTube wasn't 90.
Oh wow.
Speaking of that, we have Chad from 90M of Comics in chat because YouTube is 90. Drink it in, man. A little bit of that bubbly. There you go. There's the new
I think
gimmick.
he finally found his title too, didn't he? Carson.
24 hours, he found that title.
Yeah.
We were supposed to thank him for that Chris Jericho. Legend, you got anything for the what ifs?
What ifs? You can always do a classic, to please the new school, and it could be, what if Black Widow was white? And then all it is it's a takeoff Black Widow, but it's an African American woman, and her name is White Widow. White costume, but of course African American, and she just kicks a lot of ass and is just as cool as Black Widow. The other one would
Pam
be
Grier. I picture Pam Grier.
let
I
it
always
be,
picture
man.
Pam
Let it
Grier. I
be.
don't know what we're talking about, but I'm always picturing Pam Grier.
And then the
Yeah,
other
I
one,
like this guy.
the other one is this: what if Herbie was the leader of the Fantastic Four,
Ooh.
and it would be like a whole? He would put implants in them and control their minds with artificial intelligence. That'd
Oh,
be
you
fucking-
didn't say like Herbie fully loaded, not the bug, not the bug.
not the Volkswagen, just Herbie the robot from the Fantastic Four, from the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four cartoon, I guess.
I just came up with a good FF one for you, Legend. What if Dr. Doom had to erase Valeria? He
Yeah,
had to basically help, Sue give birth to Valeria. That's how she got that
Mhm.
name. What if, Doom
And,
swooped
she's
her up, took her back to Latveria, and that was his kid.
He did.
and she spent a lot of time with him over there too. I think that'd
Yeah.
be pretty good because
He
I
raised her
think
for a number of years.
I think she, makes Doom a little softer, so he's more friendlier to his people.
I thought that had a vibe to it that was very similar to the Fourth World stuff. The in order to have a truce, I'll raise your son, you'll raise mine, kind of
Yep.
deal.
dark side style.
Yeah, because for a while there, Doom was still a bad guy. He just wasn't, he just wasn't hating on the Four as much. He
So was it
doing his
Calabag?
own thing.
The dark side got Calabag, and Allfather got what? Orion.
It was Orion, and Mr. Miracle.
Versus
Oh,
Scott.
that's right. Yeah, Mr. Miracle.
Yeah.
Cool.
They traded sons.
Calabag.
Yeah,
No one
Hey,
wanted.
we got a good old Scott Free in that deceased book, being like, "Hey, my daddy's dead."
Yeah, I
That's
still need
pretty
to read
fucking
that.
cool.
Got some Beetle and Booster action in that book.
That's the only thing that made me want to read that.
Drew, did you catch his last words?
No, what was that?
It was a Cher quote.
Oh no, it's right before. Yeah, I think
And
he
Big
said
Bart
something
is
right afterwards. But he was like, "Hey, if we can turn back time, if we can find a way."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Hey, I like Cher."
Yeah, it was like, you really want a Cher song to be your last quote? And he's like, I like Cher. And then they both died.
Yeah,
The thing in issue 13 or 14 was blowing a gasket, and Alicia was like, "Calm down there, big fella." And started doing the whole sun's going down shit like a Widow was doing to Hulk in the Avengers movies. That was pretty funny.
Hey, what if Jean Grey was not Grey?
What
Oh.
if Jean Grey was a cat sitting on your lap?
She is.
What if
Yep.
Jean Grey had the Phoenix Force? She'd
Oh,
purr
God.
louder.
Catrin would be
Need
dead
more
right now.
catnip.
That would be scary.
Dead.
Dark.
She'd be like floating around.
Oh man.
All right. So
so I
it
like
looks
what if Hulk killed the Avengers? I think that's a great
Ooh.
what
Yeah.
if story. You know, if like their first encounter was, oh man, we got him in this helicarrier, and he just murders everybody.
Yeah. They never figure out Loki was
He-
controlling him, and they're
Yep.
just dead.
He just snaps, and he's just like Black Widow. She's like, oh man, I gotta run away, and he's just like snatch, rip.
And that could actually also happen in the very first Avengers issue #1 issue. They could just change the ending to where they never find out it's Loki, and Hulk just kills them all. Kills Wasp, Ant-Man, Iron Man, and
they just leave
Thor.
Cap under that ice.
And Cap stays under the
Why-
iron.
Yep.
Hulk, when
That'd be
I
a good one right there.
Hulk was never an Avenger other than one issue.
What if
My X-Men one.
Oh,
they probably already
my
did
what
this
if-
one.
cat?
I was gonna go. What if Professor X was never born with that X gene?
Ooh.
That'd be a fun
Right.
one. Would it end up more like Age of Apocalypse, or would he still be raised up to appreciate the mutant the contribution to mankind? All I know is Magneto wouldn't respect him near as much.
All right.
So
Maybe
my what
maybe
if-
he wouldn't be such a prick, a self-righteous asshole.
My what if has been one that may come true, but it's something I've always thought is like, what if Doctor Strange became a herald of Galactus?
Ooh.
After Norrin Rad gets sucked here after Fantastic Four and can't leave the planet, he had to take a herald back with him.
Faced the losses.
What if it was Doctor Strange? That's my thing.
Do it.
I think it's a good one, and I think that cover for
JD.
that issue was like epically. It perfectly capitalized on that idea. When he's like putting the helmet on.
Yep. What if Doctor Strange was the herald of Galactus?
JD,
I've wanted. Oh, what's going on over here?
dance.
Oh, look at this.
Now Carson.
Here, here on the bottom
Yeah.
screen, we're
Now,
too
Carson.
cool for TV count. What
Come
a
on,
pencil
give
throw.
me
I love me
time.
some Dave Letterman.
Hang on, it says here.
Chad left,
Oh,
or he's gonna kick my screen out for not dancing.
yeah, he is.
You
Sometimes
dance.
you gotta dance, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a pole.
I
So
just want to
that's why
dance.
I'm not dancing.
What did you do that for?
Really?
Because Drew only dances for the money.
No, I mean I dance for a lot of reasons, but
You work hard.
I need a
for
pole.
the money.
Drew's got to get that pole, then he'll start.
no, just ask anybody. I got like 2 drinks in me in Chicago. I found a lamp and I was like, yup.
I believe you told you were going to kill everybody.
Whoa. That was artistic. That needs to be interpreted. It was artistic license. I'm allowed to tell people I'm going to kill them. As long as it's in song.
Drew Manchu.
Ryan.
Thanks, those guys.
What you got, Pops?
The Cobby Brothers.
Unboxing.
They do the head bobbing thing. Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
the Roxbury people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Night at the Roxbury people. That's it. So big thanks to those guys. They threw this in the box as well. So yeah. Baby, don't hurt me no more.
Don't hurt me no less either.
But you know what?
That's
Another
in my
what
head.
if is? What if it was, the end of the show?
Yeah.
What would we do? We'd go through the panel. So, JD, what you got going on in your neck of the woods?
Tomorrow I'm going to be on Tony Sanders as JD Flair. Woo! I'm going to be defending and being the, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, high flying, jet limousine riding, jet flying son of a gun. Kiss Stealing, Wheeling Dealing, and be on that show to do.
You got alligator shoes.
I got 7 dragon food.
Slime dragon shoes.
One of my robe and my leg. Oh, wait, you get the robe. Yep. You've seen it. Woo! You know something, Shavati? I spend more money on spilt liquor than the Tone has ever spent on a good cover. And we are going. Tony Sanders and JD have to show down their best Batman cover. And that's something that neither him and I are known for. So that's what they wanted. That's what everybody voted for.
Did you find the Gary Busey Batman that Chad was looking for? That'd probably get a vote for him.
Be good. I actually have not many, but I have like 10. So
Busey bats.
Anyway, that sounds. I'll definitely have to try to catch that one tomorrow.
If you want, I'll do them much better. I get into it all day.
It's a state of mind. Oh,
exactly. I get a lot like that. I go crazy.
Damn, Sean Mooney. Haven't seen him in a while.
I got everything.
Prime time wrestling with Sean Mooney. Oh, there he is. There's Roddy. Roddy, just a
one of my favorites. My favorite Hall of Fame induction ceremony ever, and this is, if you're a wrestling fan, this is the only one that ever mattered to me, was the one that Ric Flair inducting Roddy fucking Piper.
Damn.
That was the greatest induction ever. Read it, find it on YouTube, and you'll hear exactly it. If you know the story of Roddy Piper, how cool he was, and Ric Flair, how he was, it's hysterical. It's just perfect.
I like that one, and the Dusty Rhodes one was really good too.
Dusty Rhodes was
really good. That's probably like my personal.
Ricky Steamboat was a good one. Ricky Steamboat. Yeah.
One of my personal favorites that bring a tear to my eye is when Michael P.S. Hayes was inducting the Von Erichs.
Oh, same here.
Kevin Von Erich.
Especially when Kevin goes, you see the boys out there, my boys? Those are Von Erichs.
Yeah, I love them Von Erich boys. So MLW is right, Carson, Ross, and Lance. Not Lance.
I love the old
Marshall. Lance
We used to get videotapes of the Von Erich in New York. We used to get mailed to us. We used to have to subscribe to this thing from Pro Wrestling Illustrated. We used to fill out the back and get a videotape of what you guys were able to watch on your local broadcast.
Yeah.
You paid $10 to get what you watched.
How does it feel to know that you contributed to the cocaine habit of the Von Erichs?
It was so great. And
they had a great time.
We bought those. A week later, they
they had a great time.
It was a 1 hour.
Gino had a lot on him.
It was a 1 hour tape, and the guy was like, "It's great quality. It's great quality." We're like, "All right."
You know, Big Daddy Bundy. I was just watching World Class. I've been rewatching them all. You know, like I did Dark Shadows. They're 1982. We had Big Daddy Bundy, and finally, Gary Hart turned him heel, and now he's King Kong Bundy. So.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
He still has hair. He hadn't shaved all the hair off yet. He's got some hair.
One of the worst ones from the area that the WWE ever killed was Terry Taylor. They had such a good one. All of a sudden he gets a WWE. And what happened?
Red Rooster.
Terrence Taylor.
They made him a chicken.
Double T.
He made him walk around like a chicken.
Stupid mohawk, too.
Yeah, he had a red.
They say Bruce Pritchard says like if he would have like just taken that gimmick. Well, yeah, there's Jonathan Red Barnett. There's Barnett Collins.
Shadows right there. By the way, Legend, there's some great Dark Shadow Golden Age for sale coming up. By the way.
Oh, good stuff, man. I'm gonna have to look out.
I'm going to this auction. I'm excited about. So get in the car.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But if he would have taken that Red Rooster zone, he could have made it work. Now, are those acid-free backing boards?
You know that.
Mylars?
You know this.
Mylar.
You know this is Mylar. You know it. Wait, they're not Mylar?
I still need to put my Saga in a Mylar. I got this book for $1.
Whoa. Your Saga is not in Mylar? It's sitting there in a poly bag? Like some sort of peasant book?
The title of that Charlton
You
Millennium
have Saga just in a poly.
Mysterious Suspense, Return of the Question.
Oh,
Is that
okay,
in
okay.
Polybag too, Carson?
That's Ditko.
Because that hurts my feelings.
Oh yeah.
Put it in
Polly-
my
I
wallet.
probably got that.
Polly
I've got
wants
that
a cracker.
part
But
too.
anyway, Sean, thank you for wearing that sweet T-shirt, being on the show tonight. What you got going on? You got like a show every 4 hours, man.
It's about
What
that,
you got
about
going
that.
on?
Yeah, something like that. Tomorrow I'm with the girls first thing in the morning, and then I'm on with Robert Galvin. I'm on Robert Galvin's channel tomorrow night. He's
The
doing an
G
interview
spot.
show.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that show.
So I'm hanging with Robert Galvin tomorrow night. That'll be a blast. And then back on my channel on Sunday for a little skip it or stream it movies that are streaming on Netflix. You should check out.
I do want to announce one thing on this channel. I forgot. Stranger Things is making a return on Tuesday.
Oh,
It's going to be Golden Guy leads right into Stranger Things.
nice.
Oh man, that's gonna be good.
Focusing on magazines.
Hosted by JD Comics and
Dragon
TJ the Slab Dragon.
If you want to come back and you want to do the show, it's going to be a good time.
Oh,
No fullback. Mhm.
I've been preparing for it. I have more sentimental stuff than he's got high grade stuff. That's how I put it. I like mine. His are way good. You know, tune in, everybody, to see some of the most remarkable Frazettas and books. And, it's one of those.
I got a whole
moments
box of
that-
shitty old toy fairs. Can I come on the
Yeah,
show?
this is better than like if this is something that like History Channel is going to do. He goes, we're going to go see TJ the Sled Dragon Washington, and he's going to show just the magazines. Is going to take about 30 minutes of just him showing what he wants to show. So it's going to be a really good showing of some of the most immaculate 9.6s, 9.4s, 9.2s, and Vampirella. I mean, I can't really explain how much it's going to be. It's going to be great. And I have a few.
I'm excited for that show.
I have some surprises. I have some magazines that aren't adult themed. That I have some of the first Star Wars ever in magazines.
Ooh, Star Wars magazines. Holy crap. I remember when that Star Wars magazine was hitting the shelves. I'd always try to get it. Pick that one up. Mylar
Good stuff.
Saga.
I got that glare.
That book is fire.
There we go.
Always-
I can light
always-
an ant on fire with this glare. There we
I'm
go.
happy to buy it for you
Alright.
for double the price, buddy. Anytime you want.
I've been
There you go, buddy.
Don't ever apologize for the glare because they're in Mylar.
Hey,
Talking
Mylar
about
turns a $1 book
Mylar.
into a $2 book.
Oh,
Turns a
that's
$5
exciting.
book into a $10 book.
Anyway.
You want to see a golden age white page John Buscema right there.
Chad, do the good.
Damn.
That
God,
was off white. Adjust your lighting.
Cowboys.
I paid. There's a John Buscema story in here, and I recognized it. And they're hard to come by. You ever see any of these kid cowboys?
I've never seen
These
them.
are they're not reprints. They're stories that never made it. It's called approved comics. Approved comics, they're called.
Yeah.
Comics that were later on approved, and they weren't approved at first. He's a post-social. Look at that. Good stuff.
Dude, you gotta love that. Is some white as white. You know who that calls it? Snow White is what he calls it. Them Snow White pages.
More Marvel of the Wild West.
Sweet
This is
cocaine
from
white
Atlas
pages.
By the way, this is a
I had that off the page.
This is from Marvel, by the way.
Pure as the driven snow.
Still
Old
good.
school. Look at that shine. Look at that shine on
Oh
them.
man, burn it down. We got Sam Stengel Love in the chat, by the way.
Man, great to see Sam in the house tonight, man. He just had a great comic call. I haven't watched it yet, Sam, but I'll get around to it. I've seen you on theirs.
All right, Drew, I think we got some sort of auction tomorrow. Thank you so much for making that thumbnail today. You guys will be seeing that on Instagram. But Drew, what you got going on? Because you've been killing it on the reviews.
Oh
I
man,
like
I've
it
just been
stuff
reading
as
a whole
well.
bunch of books, buying a whole bunch of toys, hanging out, and just trying to have a good ass time. I think that I'm officially in money saving mode for Baltimore Comic-Con. So come buy my books tomorrow. I'm gonna have some mystery boxes. I'm gonna have some lots. I'm gonna have some runs. I'm gonna have some stories. I'm gonna have some good stuff cheap. So hopefully you guys can buy a whole bunch of it, combine shipping, and we can go to like 3 a.m. hawking my bullshit. So also check out those T-shirts, guys. If you guys have been watching
Yeah.
my reviews, know that you can use your Drew Manchu T-shirt to impress your friends and your loved ones, and even your potential employers. So if you're going on a job interview, get a Drew Manchu T-shirt, and they'll know you mean business.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll
Or
put
you
this
can
out
get
there
a
now.
giant yellow, ugly ass Great Legend T-shirt, which I will be wearing in Baltimore. If you buy a Comic Core Drew Manchu T-shirt, come up to me in Baltimore, I will give you a hug. If you buy a Great Legend T-shirt, if it's uglier than my Great Legend T-shirt, I will buy you something special. I'm gonna take you on a tour of the town. Where I might wine and dine you.
So it has to be yellow?
It just has to be uglier than mine.
Uglier than
All I
his.
know is if
How many
someone
holes-
shows
Shit
up
is
to a
not gonna
job
happen.
interview wearing a Drew Manchu T-shirt,
I think
I'll
that's a
probably hire you
challenge.
on the spot.
Yeah. If you Snapchat or whatever you call that thing when you take a selfie of yourself at a job interview with a Drew Manchu shirt, you're coming to Baltimore.
Yeah. You name your grail, we will find it. We will make that shit happen.
Joke. It's a joke.
Blue Mountain State? Don't talk.
That's me in
Anyway,
Baltimore.
Start out with Drew. That's called two. That's two.
That's called appetizers.
Yeah.
Cocaine Joe in the house.
Yes.
But anyway, Great Legend, what you got going on, man?
Well, you know, I brought back some gaming yesterday. We did some Gauntlet Slayer Edition. So next time I get on my channel, look for some more Gauntlet Slayer Edition. We're going to be using the Wizard. So check that out pretty soon. And other than that, man, Thursday and Friday 4.
Were you streaming while we were doing our show?
I don't know. Are you talking about last night?
Yeah, outside the issues.
Are you talking about last night?
Yeah.
I tried to hurry. I tried to hurry the game up. I had to finish the level, man. You know
I
what
was
I'm
sitting
saying?
there. I'm like, where'd
Yeah.
you go? And then all of a sudden I get a notification, Legends Live. I'm like, what?
And last night I was gonna pick the Wizard like last night, and I was like, oh shit, it's already like 9:05, so I had to cut it off there. But man, good streaming last night. I had a lot of fun. I had some folks come by and they enjoyed the old school. It's like from 2014. It's on Steam if you got Steam. It's also on PS4. Just type in Gauntlet and you should find it. It's a really fun game. A lot of blood, a lot of action. Very cool. Reminiscent of the original Gauntlet arcade, but with just 1080p souped up graphics and good effects.
Nice. All right, these last we need to get some Injustice 2 going. By the way,
Yeah, we did
I
that.
bought the game, we
The
played
other night.
once.
It was
Yeah.
fun. Well,
Nice.
no. So here's the problem. Kat was drunk in a separate room. She wasn't even in the room playing the freaking video game. Mark took an ass whooping like a champ for what, a good hour. Just took an ass whooping, and he was like, "Well, guys, I gotta go to bed." And then he was like, literally, you could hear him say, "Kat, they want you to play. We didn't ask. We didn't say a word." He just handed it off to her, and she was like, she was in the other room, and she let the cat play.
There's a
pretty good at
very
Superman.
long hallway from the room that had the whole streaming setup and everything with
I did not get an
PS4.
invite to this.
And
Injustice
where
game.
I was, because I was watching Carnival Row and I had been drinking.
Hey,
And
Orlando Bloom's in
she
that,
was-
isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
Yes, he is. And
He
Jean
just looks hung
Grey
because he's a tiny person.
was playing.
Oh.
Jean Grey was playing Injustice 2, and she was holding down the fort and making Mama proud.
I'm not very good at that game. I'll admit it.
It was like this.
Yeah, except Mark's Colossus and Wolverine's the controller.
So, Kat, what else you got going on?
All right.
Apparently, Secret Injustice games I'm not invited to.
It was on
I was not
PS4.
a part of
I got a
that.
PS4.
What
Do
do
you
you
have it
do?
on PS4?
I mean, I'm not signed up for the online, but I could.
Oh, we're invited now.
I would pay that monthly fee to hang out with you
I
guys.
think
that's all I'm
PlayStation
saying.
Plus comes with Arkham Knight this month, by the way.
It does.
So
Oh, yeah.
you get PlayStation Plus, you play Arkham Knight for free.
And that Joe Mad game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can't. Darksiders
Darkseid-
free.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on Cat Run and Cinema Figures?
All right.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm bunk.
So for Cat Run figures, I have a review coming out for Ruby issue 1, which is right now for DC Comics before it comes out in its print media. So for any Rooster Teeth Ruby fans, this is the first comic iteration. We've had several mangas. We just finished up with volume 6 of Ruby. And this is Marguerite Bennett, Chad's favorite writer, and Mirka Adolfo, one of my favorite artists, teaming up together to tell the story of Team Ruby, which if you have no idea who Ruby is, definitely would suggest checking out that comic when it comes out. Or even checking out my review when that comes out, because we're already 6 volumes in, and it's kind of great.
Tomorrow on the auction, the complete run of Glitter Lobo.
Glitter Lobo.
Okay.
Also on
All
Cinema, we are going to be premiering the new set for Cinema Figures, because everybody's always commenting on the fact that, I've got all this comic stuff going on behind me. So for those of you wondering, no, Cat Run Figures set is still fully intact. Cinema Figures has its own set now. So there's a whole new backdrop. I've been showing off some behind the scenes stuff all over my Instagram.
It's intact for now.
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
All sharks.
I love behind the scenes.
And there's sharks.
Do you guys
There
have
are
a Yeti?
sharks.
Do you have a Yeti mic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on your screen, Chad. This thing's fucked up, bro. TiVo's been talking to you about months for this shit, man. Put that microphone straight up and down. Put it straight up and down.
Turn it around.
You're gonna throw me under the bus like that? I fixed it.
Damn. You've been talking to that thing wrong for I don't know how damn long.
It's true. It was a long time. You might have finished the joke before you turned it around. I'll be honest.
I love that dude right there, man. That dude makes me laugh every single day, man. Legend, you kill me.
And Jean's going to work on her
Put that mic straight up and down, totally straight up.
Yeah, but that you got to get but see, you can't.
Look how messed up
because
that
the
is.
way.
Come on.
She's
Do you see
pulling
how?
so loud right now.
You see that?
Yeah, you gotta to turn those things lefty loosey. You gotta turn lefty loosey.
I'll fix it
You
out.
got to get you one of these damn arms.
Yeah, I have a boom arm, but I've been using it for my lights because I've been trying to condense the lighting.
Chat on mute. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's not nice.
Chad, what you got
it's fucking
going on?
hilarious, but it's not nice.
I couldn't resist. That's
Oh
no joke.
man, that's awful.
Back to you, Chad.
Back to you, Chad.
I'm
done.
I don't have
Is that
it.
Batmobile? Batmobile?
Yeah.
Is that shit spinning? You got spinners?
The Batmobile.
Batcave. Best
Well,
off the Batcave.
Bueller and I are going to continue doing this show and Thursday nights. Occasionally, we might get a run in from I don't know, John.
John's Comics with Chads.
Oh, there, hey, John, what's going on?
Chad's Comics with Johns.
So, no, I gotta say,
Chad's
thanks to everybody for our subs. A lot of hard work goes into the stuff that you guys have been doing. Drew has been absolutely crushing it. Also, it seems like Storytime has, or what's the name of that show?
Story Comic Core.
I want to call it Story
I
Time.
think we're gonna get a different name for that show since it's now 90 centric.
I mean, Alec.
My vote is for Totally Comicore Extreme.
Yeah, it's definitely got to have Extreme with just an X. No E. That E at the beginning. That needs to
It's
go.
just
Comic Core Extreme.
Right, it's just the Comicore logo with a bunch of pouches. Just Legend, that's not nice.
Here you go, bro. That's it, man. That's the last time me and TiVo
Thanks,
are talking
Trey.
about it. You got to do your
so
mic.
mean.
Do your
Legend.
mic better.
You're so
I know, man.
mean.
Pop it
Legend.
up. You know, you got to make it hard, make it straight. Don't make it flop,
he
or
broke
you'll
it.
drop it.
Whoa.
Hello, Chad.
Yeah, I was muted. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
JD's back. This looks like someone threw salt in his
Somebody
eyes.
broke JD.
All right, so
Mr. Fuji got him.
that's all I got. And Legend left.
He just fucking peaced out. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop this Yeti knowledge on you." And then he's like, "I'm out."
That was funny shit.
Has anybody else been reprimanded by Legend?
Right, off the rails. Off the rails is a very important part of the community. You don't understand.
This is everybody's therapy.
There you go. We have the on cue whenever.
Here's the right way, Chad.
Legends pet peeves: the mic sticking straight up and not hitting A to start the game in WWE.
Oh yeah. Hey, it'd be fun. He does
Hey, you wanna press start?
Hey, did you forget how to
Can you play a little Foghat?
He's like, hey, I love that Corbin, but you know who else I love? When people hit start to start the game. Dolph.
That does piss him off so bad.
He gets so lit up about it. I'll be honest. Hey, you want to press start?
Hey, we're gonna play a tag match, and you guys don't know how to tag, so have fun.
Sammy.
Maybe that's why I'm not pressing start. I'm not ready for this chicanery that is the Seawood Legend double team.
And then I'm gonna
where I
videotape
can't
it and
tag
put it on the
anybody
internet.
for 45 fucking minutes.
Right.
What an asshole.
Carson.
And then sing a song about it the next
I was gonna
day.
say, at the very least, you guys didn't have a song written about you.
That was us. We had that song. He hit that double move in the corner because I couldn't reverse. Remember that?
Right.
He just sent
And
me a
then he
message.
sang a song about us from the live. He's just strumming the guitar,
He-
singing songs about how we're trash.
He just sent me a message. It says, Chad, you need to put your Yeti straight up. Speak into it from the front.
Yeah,
This is
stop
the
trying to
last time
speak
I'm
into
sending
it.
this.
Wait, that microphone's not green screened in?
You say from a long time you've been speaking at it from behind.
Yeah, he likes it from behind.
Oh, okay.
That's what I.
All right, John.
All right.
Did we cover you and the girls tomorrow morning?
I think that happened a couple hours ago. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Carson, you got anything?
Thursday.
I got an auction tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern is the next Comic Core show, so check out me, Drew Manchu,
Come
a
by
little bit
our
of Great
shit.
Legend, a little bit of JD, Who Dat, Comics and Movies. And I might reach out to a couple more people, see what's going on. And
Wait,
of course,
who-
everyone on this panel is welcome to the Comic Core auction.
Who's this?
That's the real Captain Marvel.
The real Captain Marvel.
Hey,
That's
Drew,
not the real
this is
Captain
the
Marvel.
real Captain Marvel, not that Carol Banner.
You were the real Captain Marvel's name is Marvel. He
This
is
is
a
the
Kree
real-
warrior.
Nope.
Oh
Nope.
my God! This
Never.
That's
Captain
Shazam.
Marvel
Hey, I
is
He did
I
have a
got
good
one-
movie. I'll
I
give
got
him
one more-
that. But
that
beyond that,
family.
got one more thing to show.